Hey Pee-wee,
Yeah?
I want to show you my favorite ape gifs.
What? No,
Delete that, delete it. Okay, Pee-wee, today's theme is movement.
Movement.
Yeah, and I
Well,
can present one if you don't
okay.
mind.
Yeah, what have you picked out for us?
I found a very good one, I think.
I trust you. I'm sure it's going to be a winner. Oh, wow. Oh.
It's a power
There's
struggle.
stages to it. How are we going to unpack this one?
Well, what do we see, first of all, for the listeners at home?
Yeah, for the listeners at home. So, are these gorillas? I think they're gorillas.
They might be, yeah, they are.
Yeah, if they were like less hairy, I'd be maybe say bonobos, but
No, you can see the
guy
in the bottom right. He's got a big head.
Oh yeah, he's hanging.
Oh yeah.
He's so chill. Like watching this scene unfold, he's just like, "Ain't none of my business." Okay, right.
He's
so
a dad, maybe.
It looks like we've got big gorilla, small gorilla, and they're sort of play fighting. Big gorilla like knocks small gorilla in the back of the head, and it falls over, and then he sort of like runs off
And he
does a
barrel roll
in the dirt. Yeah, and this whole time you got this big gorilla dad sitting in the bottom right, just watching it unfold. Like, I'm sick of these kids. I can't take these guys anywhere. Do you think it's that simple? Like a little family feud between two siblings?
Yeah. It's big brother and little brother, or like cousin.
Are they fighting over something on the floor over there? Like, you can see him sort of scuffle over something.
At the end?
No, like there. Wait, no, but that's not how gifs work.
Oh, the white thing.
Yeah.
Maybe that looks like the same color as the other white thing from the last episode.
Do you think they're fighting over the same PVC?
You think it's a PVC pipe food thing?
I don't know. I was kind of assuming it was like a banana.
Yeah, coconut.
Could be. There's a typical food stuff sort of fought over.
Yeah.
But it could be they're fighting over that. But actually, it kind of looks like the little one starts it and bites off more than he can chew.
Yeah.
So, is this a play fight or like a genuine, like, terrified fight or flight moment from this bigger teenage gorilla?
I think the teenager is just asserting dominance, He's being
but when he falls over.
Oh yeah. Well, he's doing.
Well, I mean, he tried to assert dominance.
Yeah.
I think if
he's clumsy.
Someone came up to me in the workplace and was like pushing me around and saying all kinds of things, especially in front of my dad if he was sitting there watching.
Yeah.
And then he just runs off and falls over and tumbles through the dirt. I wouldn't feel so bad about getting smacked on the back of the head. What else do you think could be going on here? It could just be a bit of fun.
Yeah. It could be, it looks like the small one, when it first lunges, the first lunge, he looks very determined to do some harm,
It's true, he looks furious.
He's like, yeah, he's raging.
You're right, it does, it reminds me exactly of, like, there's those videos of angry toddlers.
Yeah.
And they, like, run up and they determinedly, like, slap or push something.
And then they fall over and cry.
He does fall over. And maybe he does cry. But he takes a tumble as well after taking a smack from the bigger gorilla there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look too serious. But like I said, it's the runoff into the tumble. Like
that could signify that it's just playful as well. They're just rolling around, having fun.
Maybe that's why Dad doesn't care.
Yeah.
But what if he's just, he's working on his dodge roll,
Mm-hmm.
So he does the attack, and then you need to make some distance between you and the enemy.
Yeah.
So
It's Dark Souls.
dodge roll away. This is
He
Dark
goes
Souls.
for the kill and he does like a double roll afterwards to get out of there.
Yeah. It's a really quick way to get distance between you and a dangerous boss.
Yeah, and you're invincible for a few frames as well.
Yeah, so maybe he was fearful of retaliation.
Yeah.
But
You never know how fast a small monkey can be.
I think we've neglected to mention that, like in the background, you've got what looks like a fake stone facade, and this is being like filmed by someone looking through a window to a zoo exhibit.
It's a zoo, yeah, and they're in like a basically like a prison yard with stone walls.
Oh man, there's a bit of greenery around, but you know, maybe I'd be like Dad at the front there, just sitting down, bored.
Yeah,
like, geez,
yeah.
man, hard time.
I mean, when you got nothing else to do, you might as well, you know, make a baby gorilla fall over. That's what I think when I'm bored. You know, I wish I had a baby gorilla.
No, you don't. But maybe this is, you know, what happens when animals get bored in enclosures.
Yeah.
You know, they throw down, but you've got this older grizzled gorilla in the foreground. He's just sitting down, and all he can do is watch. He doesn't have the energy to fight like that anymore. You know, he's seen gorilla friends come and go.
He's done all he can.
Yeah.
Now he just thinks.
So we're going to assume that this is like one-way glass, right? Because can we assume that?
No, I don't think one-way glass is a normal thing in the zoo, is it?
But like, especially for like gorilla enclosures, you're not supposed to look them in the eyes because that makes them real angry.
I don't know.
Like
it's a glass, yeah.
That's why he's not looking at it. He knows that if he sees someone, he'll get angry. He's controlling himself.
Yeah.
These two are already riled up from the eyes.
Look at
probing eyes.
Look at the dad. You can see he's like sort of looking over his shoulder to the left at the towards the camera. He's like, oh, there's a guy there. Fuck.
I know he's recording. Just let it go.
Yeah. He really wants. Yeah.
Read the day.
He senses an urge.
You know, because you know, like you can feel when someone's looking at you, right? Even when you can't see them, you get that like feeling. And he's just so used to it, but it's still there. It's still annoying. You'll never fully escape it.
Yeah.
But also, if it's not one-way glass, and let's say you're a human and you walk up to this exhibit and you've got your camera and you're ready to record, what kind of impression do you think that gives to the apes on the other side?
Well, now this is more of a animal topic in general, right? Like a zoo thing.
Well, apes are also very smart, and they're very much like us.
But do they know what cameras do? You know?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess they'll, if they realize they can't interact with the people on the other side.
But like, I guess like if you see something that like sort of looks like you, and then they hold up this weird thing in front of their faces, like that's weird already.
Yeah.
But then there's like tracking your movements as well. That's just like an extra layer of stress on top of it. But I'm starting to think that this is maybe because it's like the push at the start from the small one almost looks like frustration, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, what if this is like the gladiators getting sick of fighting in the ring? Is this what you want?
Yeah.
Are you entertained?
Or, you know, just again, just like an outburst, because he's so frustrated at life in general, so he just pushes his brother.
I wouldn't clap if I saw this.
No.
I wouldn't cheer.
Well, I'd laugh because, you know, the little pat on the head when he falls over is kind of you know,
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
It's slapstick.
Yeah. Slapstick never gets old. Okay, but then again, that's a whole another angle, which is like, what if this is their thing?
Yeah.
And they do this as like an entertainment, as a performance for the loving crowds that turn up to see these majestic creatures. Dad's too old, you know. He's not as flexible as he used to be. He can only do one roll. He can't do multiple in a row.
Yeah.
So he's just onlooking.
Maybe
Meanwhile,
they
we've got
just
this.
knock each other around all day.
Nice. That sounds quite nice when you put it like that.
Yeah,
But,
I mean that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you just had a bit of a play fight with a friend or member of your family, and you just end up rolling around in the dirt?
Oh. Excuse
Whoa!
me.
Oh my god!
That's my egg boiling.
You better go get that egg.
Yeah.
In the meantime, do you think you're ready for one of mine?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. So, this one is another. We've got two apes here.
It's loading. Hold on. Okay.
You gotta. What do you think of
Aww.
this?
This
is the other side.
This immediately sends a strong message.
Yeah.
Both about inclusion and the value of being close,
For sure.
Because they are contrasting colors, but they're the same species.
Do you think monkeys see race?
They see species, but within the species, I don't think there's such thing as a race.
Well, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
But
they can't be like races within species, can there? Except colors, because most species are located in the same place in the world.
Yeah.
Most of the same
true.
monkeys.
Yeah, they also don't move around very much. Like, I don't think the orangutans, travel a lot from their forests. But
what I like about these guys, or they're gibbons, right?
Yeah. We got two gibbons. Can you describe the image for our listeners? I'm sure they're.
Yeah. So these are.
We've kept them waiting long enough.
It starts out with a black gibbon. He's got long arms. He's just walking on the grass, and then like a yellow beige gibbon comes from the right side, and they hug, and the beige one stares at the camera.
Yeah, they both, like, the black one just sinks into like a sitting position, and the beige-ish one just like envelops him in this wonderful hug.
The beige one is like melting at the end. Really, he's melting into his arms.
Well, those are the best kind of hugs.
Yeah.
The really warm, sort of relaxing ones. But there can be lots of different reasons to hug someone.
Yeah.
And at the start, the black one moves very, very slowly. And the beige one like runs over, and he's looking at the camera, and like, we don't know what went on before this GIF started, before the camera was rolling. But it could be that whoever's perspective this is from, or maybe there's another like gibbon off screen, has said something really horrible to this black gibbon.
Yeah.
And he's sort of shambling away crying.
Yeah, I think the black one is the one that needs the hug the most.
Yeah, and the beige one comes over, and they're like, "It's okay," and they look at the camera like, "Get out of here! Stop filming!"
Yeah.
Hey, come on! He's upset.
Or maybe it's like a protective gaze, He's keeping watch.
Yeah. So there's sort of like an unspoken rule of hugs, isn't it? That one person, is like the enveloped, and the other is the protector. He makes sure that the hug isn't interrupted before it can reach completion.
Yeah.
On the surface, I'd say it's more just like a very, very nice gift, because what if this is just a moment of like two friends?
Yeah.
Just meet up, give each other a big hug.
I think so. They live in a good society where people can just hug when they feel like it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds pretty nice as well.
Yeah.
But then again, you look at the background in this image. This isn't wild. We're not in wild territory here.
Yeah, it's the background is depressing.
Yeah.
Looks like an old 80s Chinese concrete building, you know. Even though
Yeah, so
it's an
it's sort of
enclosure.
like stone facades again, but there's also like a seam or an overlap between them.
Yeah, it's
So it's
concrete for sure.
shoddy workmanship there.
Yeah, yeah. Or it's old.
Could be. What if this is in the same place as the first image?
I
What if
don't
it's
think
just?
so.
Well, yeah, I don't think
It's,
it's good to mix different apes up.
Right, and I think the
You know, 'cause
grass in the last GIF is nicer.
it's like taller, isn't it? It looks a bit drier as well.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel like, you know, looking at the gorillas messing around in the top image, like look at the size of that arm. That's
Yeah.
probably like a whole gibbon's worth of arm in one arm. You don't want to mess around with that. Like why? But why can the gorillas hug? Why can't? Who knows? Maybe there's a time and a place, isn't there?
I have a feeling gorillas are more toxically masculine. They have to be the king of the world.
Yeah.
Gibbons just hang around, literally. That's one thing I noticed. Yeah. Gibbons, they look like one of the most relaxed, like movement-wise. They look very, very relaxed. They're very confident in what they do. You know, there's no extra movement. They just do what they have to do.
Yeah, like you look at a gorilla moving, and it's kind of like strange, and forceful, whereas a gibbon's just like, I'm just going around.
Yeah, right.
Like
arms hanging, you know, don't care.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice image, but I think we focused on like a sort of negative spin. Yeah. But what if this is just a simple, beautiful moment when you see a friend, you just want to go over, give them a big hug, and sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down on the grass and just live in the moment. And like you say, like the beigeish one looks like they're melting, they're just sinking into that deep, good hug.
Yeah, look at the end as well, where the beige one takes his leg out, the right leg.
Oh yeah.
Really
and
like
arm
holds him around.
Starts sliding down.
I mean, it's nice. It looks like it's nice weather, you know. The sun's setting.
It's a beautiful, beautiful sunset hug.
After dinner hug.
Definitely beats a mint.
A mint.
Yeah, like an after dinner mint. You know.
It's an after dinner mint.
It's a mint you have after dinner.
What's a mint?
A mint?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe a mint. Not like a Polo or Mentos or chewing gum, you know, it's just got a minty flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you need that after dinner? Like after 8?
Yeah.
Oh, they suck ass.
Yeah, they're not great. So maybe this is a future we can look forward to where we don't have to kid ourselves and force down after 8s after dinner every time. Instead, you know, it's the evening, it's beautiful, the sun's setting, and you've seen a friend, and instead you just go for an after dinner hug. Thank you for the meal.
Imagine the soundscape right there. It's got to be beautiful, just birds or the wind, you know.
I was thinking like gentle wind, maybe a bit of like rustling, but also if we go back to your idea of this, like in the background being a building.
No,
does that imply that?
I don't really think it's a building. It just looks like, you know, the slums of Beijing.
Okay. Hear me out. What if it is a building?
These are wild gibbons in a park.
Yeah, or maybe they're in the city. And maybe this is a you know, I've just finished my shift. Thanks for coming to see me. Work's been really stressful today.
Yeah. You
What if
think
that's it?
he's coming home from work? That's why he's got a black suit on. He's in his work gear.
Yeah, his business attire.
Yeah.
But he's also like he's moving quite slowly, like relaxed, like you say, and this beige one just runs over like it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
Hmm.
And you know the grass looks pretty well tended, rather than the first image we looked at today, which was a bit, you know, rough and wild.
Yeah.
So maybe this is like a maintained green space in a city.
Hmm. It could
Um,
be, yeah.
It could be. It could be.
There's a lack
You know,
of people though. But it's such a short GIF, so.
Or maybe all the people are behind this. The cameraman, the person who's taking the shot,
Hmm.
you know, and they're just like, "Oh, there's monkeys here."
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's
It's
a
hard
good-
to say.
It's a good theory.
You know, do gibbons go to work?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know. I've never met one.
I was gonna say have you, but yeah, you just answered it, so
Yeah.
caught me out there.
Have you met one?
I don't think so.
You don't think you could have met one without realizing?
Well, here's the thing, right? We're not great at remembering every single person we meet.
Hmm.
So there is a chance for like while I was at work experience or, you know, commuting, but a few of the people I could have walked past and I was just like, oh, there goes another suit.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a gibbon. You just didn't realize.
Yeah, no, it's true. How many gibbons have you actually seen but never realized?
It's a difficult question to answer,
Yeah.
but I think
Is
the
your,
most
your, egg
sort of
your
like-
eggs done?
my eggs are done.
Okay.
It is true. So I'm gonna have to go and get them. But before I do, you know, this is my dinner, and I'm just gonna say, but there can be lots of reasons that you want to give a hug to someone.
Yeah.
And from what we've explored here, they're all good reasons.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even need a reason.
Listeners at
You know,
home,
maybe
give someone a hug today. Because it's healthy for both parts. There's nothing negative about a hug, ever.
body and soul in
Except,
contact.
you know, if you smell really bad, but who cares?
Yeah, that's not what you're here for.
No, a sincere hug can bypass that.
Who goes in for a hug thinking about I got to get a smell of this person?
True.
I'm starting to think that like, you know, these two pictures are like the passing of the day. The first one is like in the morning, you've got lots of energy, you know, and like you're willing to put up a fight to stand up for your differences, but then come the end of the day, we're all just gibbons.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Let's hug it out.
That's why they're so. The gorillas, as opposed to the gibbons, they're more, you know, they're less relaxed in their movement.
Hmm.
Because it's the beginning of the day, they just woke up, or they're, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
Because
in the
it
end,
looks pretty well lit. Who knows? Maybe after this image they go for a hug. Whoa.
whoa. Yeah, I just disconnected for a minute.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is, that you're not slapping someone smaller than you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Alright, I better go get those
That's-
eggs, man.
That's the moral of the story. Okay? Thank you
Moral.
for listening. Thank you for watching.
You.
Go follow PV Retro on Twitter.
Don't.
Send him a DM. Tell him
Don't.
you loved it.
Stop. Dude, I need
PW
I need my
Retro
eggs. Stop it.
At P.
I'm- I'll leave.
What's
I
your,
will go.
What's your
I
app?
need to go get my
At
eggs.
PW Retro. See you later. Good night.